My weekends with my father, Eric Turner, were once magical trips to the arcade, pancakes in bed, and watching old sci-fi films. I clung to those memories like a lifeline, but everything shifted when his new wife moved in. Suddenly, my room disappeared. My bed was shoved into a storage closet. When I asked why, he muttered, "You're just spoiled and overdramatic." My heart dropped. Meanwhile, David Foster, my stepfather, taught me kindness doesn't have to be earned. That bed became a symbol of how easily I could be replaced. Eric started treating me like a weekend chore, just another task to check off. If I stayed silent, I was cold. If I spoke up, I was dramatic. Once, he yelled at me for rearranging books. "That's her shelf," he barked, meaning his new stepdaughter. I sat on that narrow guest bed, hugging my knees. David, on the other hand, noticed when I was quiet, brought me cookies without asking why I was sad. In my father's house, I became a ghost barely seen, easily dismissed. I asked Eric if we could go hiking like before. He scoffed, "That's not fair to the little ones." My face flushed with shame. "You're just spoiled and overdramatic." He snapped again. The words echoed louder than any silence. I curled up on the guest bed that night, blinking back tears. David texted me a joke about bad sitcoms. He always knew when I needed warmth. I didn't answer Eric that weekend. One afternoon, I overheard Eric bragging about his 3 perfect girls. I wasn't one of them. My stomach dropped. I texted him later, asking why he didn't mention me. His reply, "Don't make things awkward." That night, I cried into David's sweatshirt, inhaling comfort. He didn't need reasons to love me, the symbol. My bed was buried under storage boxes now. Even the space I slept in screamed I didn't belong here anymore. Eric called, pretending to care. "You're distant lately," he said. I asked if we could talk. He agreed, then showed up late, reeking of beer. He brought toys for his stepkids, not even a hello for me. I forgot. He mumbled, smirking. That night, David sat with me in silence, just listening. I whispered, "I don't think he sees me anymore." David replied softly, "Then maybe it's time you stop chasing his eyes." The twist hit during a holiday dinner. Eric raised a toast, thanking the family that made me whole. He didn't look at me once. I left mid-meal. Later, I found out from Mom that Eric had ghosted her right after she got pregnant. The lies unraveled. I wasn't dramatic. I was discarded. David hugged me that night, whispering, "Real dads don't forget their daughters." I finally saw Eric's absence for what it truly was. I stopped texting first, stopped hoping. When Eric finally messaged, it was a chain of excuses and guilt trips. "You know I love you, right?" he ended, but I'd learned. Love shows up. David left a sticky note, "Proud of you." I read it again and again. That bed, I asked Mom to toss it. I'd outgrown needing it. Eric never apologized, just faded into missed birthdays and silent weekends. But I had David, cheering at my writing contest win, baking cookies for my late-night edits. I wasn't fatherless. I just found mine later. I'm Sierra Turner. I know what love feels like now. It's warm, steady, and never needs explaining. And I'll never sleep in that corner bed again.